to cooking with Clayton here. Well, we're not really cooking nothing up. We just got vinegar and baking soda and a little bit of transmission fluid. This goes good with pancakes. No, I'm just kidding. We ain't cooking a damn thing. We're cooking up rust removal out of cylinders. That's why you don't run water as coolant. Because when head gaskets go to the moon, water goes in the cylinder and causes extreme rust.
Ooh, boys. Yeah, we're gonna go get some PB Blaster and just soak the piss out of the cylinders here.
So, this motor was out of the F-150, had water in it, blew the head gaskets, sat for a little while, about a year. Now we're gonna clean up the cylinders, get the rust out of it. It was seized up. We used extreme amounts of WD-40 and transmission fluid. She came out pretty easy. Now we gotta get a little bit of rust spots off the cylinders. So what we have is we've got a little bit of vinegar. We got some baking soda, transmission fluid, and a good old Scotch-Brite pad. And a dog. We got a dog too. What are you doing? You'll be eating rust. That's a zip tie. Give me the zip tie. Jackass. This is Young Man Bank right here. Money Beat Bank. He's a good old boy. He's like 4 months old or some shit. Ain't that right, boy? Yeah, he's chilling. He's about to learn about 6 liters and shit. He's probably gonna take a shit. Start with baking soda first. Grab some baking soda. Just kind of drizzle it around like it's powdered sugar into the cylinders, all that good stuff. Oh yeah, there we go. Do some on this side. This side isn't as bad. We should probably, don't be eating that shit, jackass. Don't be eating the baking soda. Oh yeah, this is gonna work perfectly. All right, done with the baking soda.
Bet y'all wondering, Clayton, what the heck is that pink engine mount thing? Well, it's pink because it's for extreme testing. We've been doing some extreme testing with our Harbor Freight engine mounts for the 6064, 6.7 Power Stroke, and the Cummins. Had the F-150's motor sitting on here for like 4 months just to test it out. I got a video I'm gonna play next of me jumping on the motor with the heads on and everything. So we really put her to the test. And now we finally got them out on the website, blessperformance.com. We got them out a couple weeks ago. Just finally built up a bunch of stock of it. If you wanna see a trampoline on an engine stand, go ahead and watch the next video.
See with me standing on it with an extra 200 pounds here, boy. Oh, we got air, boys. Oh yeah, this thing ain't even there. Yeah, she's golden, boys. I don't think you guys are gonna be doing that to your engine stands, so. Some old vinegar in here. There we go, look at that. That's working. 100% actually. That's great. PCF on it here. And let's go to town. Cleaning this up. It's amazing what a little bit of baking soda, vinegar, and a little Scotch-Brite do. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So we tore some stuff down on this old gal, got the rear cover off, front cover, lifter trays, H-pop, all that good stuff. Got this pretty well down to it. Looks like there's some pitting in there. It's not
not terrible, but we'll see if we can hone her out. Just a little bit on this one here, you can see. Just a little bit there. We'll see if we can hone her out. If not, we'll have to bore it out, boys. If you ever had to pull your H-pop or anything like that before and accidentally dropped one of these Torx bits down there or this little SCT fitting bolt down in this hole, you might miss all the gears and it makes it to the bottom and it still turns over and everything. Usually they do, but I would highly recommend pulling the rear cover just because of this. You got 3 oil galleys down here. I dropped 2 of them down here. This is where they ended up. One of them ended up in that oil galley, restricting some extreme amounts of flow, and one ended up in this one. The head of the bolt is literally sitting in an oil galley right there. Look at that. Yeah, boys. No good. We got the oil pan off and everything. About to start taking the rod caps off. Now when you take these off, you want to make sure you take them off one at a time and make sure that you put the rod cap back with the same rod, or else you're going to have big problems. Also, all of these have to be facing each other, these little nipples. Same with that there. They've got to be facing inward on each other, so. Let's start disassembling this and we'll get the pistons out. All the rods and pistons out and everything. We're going to take our bed plate off, which is basically our main caps, but it's all one piece. It's basically part of the motor. As you can see, it separates right here. Holds that crank down nice and good. That's why the 6.0s and 6.4s have such strong bottom ends. So the crank actually looks pretty good. Obviously this one here is going to need a little bit of polishing. It's got some stuff on it. But overall not bad. Get it all cleaned up, get her polished, get the cam out. We're basically done. Now you always want to remember where this old thrush washer goes so it matches up on the old crankshaft. Now I'm pretty sure we should be able to pull the old camshaft. So you just take that bolt out right there, and then you have to spin it and get to the other one, but there's one right behind that little spoke. Right here you got your camshaft sensor. You can see that little dowel that's on there. That's how the sensor reads right there. Boom, bam. Just barely squeezes on by. Now that we got the camshaft out, that came out nice and good, we'll go ahead and take out all of these little piston squirters. Get all those galleys out of the way, make sure it's not clogged with anything, make sure all the galleys are nice and clean, don't have any debris in it. So we took the old Scotch-Brite pad, cleaned up the deck decently, just got all the crap off of it. This one needs a little bit more, but this side is questionable. The other side's not bad, we can clean it up easily. This side's not terrible, but you do have the pitting. But we have a stone we're gonna try and clean it up with. There is a, yeah, that one right there. You can see it toward the top. Well, boys, I think that's gonna be the end of it there. Yeah. That pitting you seen, wasn't able to get it out. I was gonna use one of those Harbor Freight little honing stones. Took out a little bit, not enough. I think we're just gonna send her off to the machine shop, get bored out, and we'll use it for something. But it is up there now. And if y'all were wondering about the frame, the four-wheeler frame and the four-wheeler rebuild. Frame powder coated and everything. Should have a video out on this here soon. This has kind of been on the back burner. Then we realized the Freedom truck meet was in like a month. So it's like, oh shit, we have 2 6.0s to build, a transmission, and who else knows what else. So, yeah. So we got to get going on that. That's kind of on the back burner until after Freedom. Let's get her going. We'll see you all in the next one. It's probably going to be tearing down the black truck. That's the motor we have on the engine stand right now. And it's looking pretty good. I think we're going to send it, slap some heads on it, and just send the piss out of it. We'll see y'all in the next one.